The power we use is 100% renewable hydropower. We use very little of it because our cooling solution is efficient.
Deep inside a mountain, far from Silicon Valley's glass towers, a new kind of power is starting to hum. Not oil, not gold, compute. And with Nvidia chips, billion-dollar AI factories, and underground data fortresses rising quietly, the future may already be hidden. The mountain that became a machine. Some places are built to be noticed. Lefdal Mine was built to stay hidden. On the cold western coast of Norway, an old mineral mine has been turned into one of the most unusual data centers in the world. It does not rise above the city like a shiny tech campus. It goes deep into solid rock, hundreds of meters inside a mountain. Inside this quiet underground space, Norway placed Olivia, its most powerful national supercomputer. The setting feels almost unreal. A machine built for artificial intelligence and scientific research, sitting inside a place that was once used for mining. But this location is not random. The mine already had strong tunnels, large spaces, and natural protection. The cold climate helps keep the machines cool. The mountain itself adds security. And the remote location keeps the facility away from crowded tech centers. This is where the story begins. AI may look like software on a screen, but behind it is a massive physical machine. It needs buildings, energy, cooling, and protection. And sometimes, the best place to build the future is inside the remains of the past. Why hide a supercomputer underground? At first, putting a supercomputer inside a mountain sounds extreme. But modern AI systems are not normal computers. They are huge networks of servers, cables, cooling units, backup systems, and security controls. They run non-stop and produce a lot of heat. If the environment is unstable, the whole system can suffer. That is why an underground mine makes sense. The mountain works like a natural shield. It protects the facility from weather, outside threats, and unwanted access. The controlled entrance makes security easier. The cold Norwegian environment also helps reduce the pressure on cooling systems. This is not about hiding machines, just for mystery. It is about stability. If AI is becoming important for science, medicine, business, defense, and industry, then the places that hold AI systems become critical infrastructure. And critical infrastructure cannot be placed carelessly. It must be protected, cooled, and controlled. That is why the mountain matters. Meet Olivia, the supercomputer in the mine. Now, meet the machine inside that mountain. Olivia. Olivia is not one giant glowing computer from a science fiction movie. It is a powerful system made of connected machines, designed to handle huge scientific and AI workloads. Its job is to help researchers work faster. Climate modeling, energy studies, medicine, artificial intelligence, and complex simulations all need serious computing power. Normal computers cannot handle these tasks quickly enough. Olivia uses advanced processors, including Nvidia Grace Hopper technology, built for AI and high-performance computing. This means Olivia is not just storing data. It is calculating, testing, training, and helping researchers find answers faster. The contrast is powerful. Outside, there is rock, cold air, and silence. Inside, machines are processing massive amounts of information every second. Scientists may not stand inside the mine every day, but their research can still run through it. Olivia proves that the future of AI does not need to sit in a famous tech city. It can live underground, inside an old mine, quietly turning a forgotten industrial space into a national engine for discovery. The $4 billion AI factory rising far away. But Norway is only one part of the story. While Olivia shows how AI infrastructure can move underground, Armenia shows how fast it can move away from the usual tech map. Firebird, with major technology partners, announced an AI megaproject in Armenia. The project is planned to scale to around $4 billion and reach 50,000 Nvidia GPUs in 2026. That number is important because GPUs are the engines behind modern AI. They help train models, process huge datasets, and run systems that can understand language, generate images, simulate science, and automate complex work. This is not just a data center. It is an AI factory. A normal factory produces cars, phones, or steel. An AI factory produces intelligence at industrial scale. From the outside, it may not look dramatic. It may sit in a remote region, behind fences, far from the old centers of technology. But inside, it can become one of the most important machines in the modern world. For Armenia, this project is a chance to become a regional AI hub. It can attract engineers, support research, and give local industries access to computing power that was once limited to the richest tech giants. And for the rest of the world, it sends a clear message. The next AI capital may not rise where everyone is looking. It may rise somewhere quiet, strategic, and unexpected. Why Armenia? Why not Silicon Valley? For many years, the future of technology seemed to belong to Silicon Valley. When people imagined big tech, they imagined glass offices, startup campuses, investors, engineers, and famous companies. But AI is changing that picture. Modern AI does not only need smart people and good ideas, it also needs serious infrastructure. It needs enough energy, enough land, advanced chips, strong internet connections, government support, and long-term planning. That is why countries outside the traditional tech world now have a chance. Armenia's Firebird project is important because it shows this shift clearly. Armenia is not trying to copy Silicon Valley's office culture. It is trying to build the physical backbone of AI, powerful Nvidia systems that can support research, robotics, life sciences, space technology, and industrial AI. This matters because AI compute is becoming a national resource. Just like countries once competed over oil fields, ports, and power plants, they are now competing over data centers, chip access, and GPU clusters. Whoever has more computing power can train faster, test faster, and build faster. So the real question is not, why Armenia? The real question is, why should AI belong to only a few places? If compute spreads into new regions, the future becomes less predictable. Smaller nations can enter the race. New engineering communities can grow. And research that once depended on foreign platforms can move closer to home. That is why this project matters. It is not just a building full of servers. It is a sign that the geography of power is changing. Nvidia GPUs, the new oil of the AI age. Every age has one resource that everyone wants to control. In the industrial age, it was coal. Later, it was oil. In the AI age, one of the most valuable resources is compute. And Nvidia GPUs have become the machines that make this compute possible. A normal computer chip is useful for general tasks. But AI needs something different. It needs chips that can handle huge amounts of data at the same time. It needs chips that can repeat calculations again and again until patterns begin to appear. That is why GPUs became so important. They can process many tasks in parallel, which makes them ideal for training and running advanced AI systems. This is why Firebird's plan for tens of thousands of Nvidia GPUs in Armenia is such a big deal. It is not just buying hardware, it is building a new kind of industrial engine. And this is also why Olivia's Nvidia Grace Hopper systems matter inside Lefdal Mine. They show the same idea at a national research level. Powerful chips, placed in a secure facility, serving science, AI, and complex simulations. But the chip alone is not enough. The real value comes from the full system around it. Electricity, cooling, networking, storage, engineers, maintenance, and access. Without that ecosystem, even the most advanced GPU is just expensive metal. So when a country builds a serious AI facility, it is not only collecting computers, it is building leverage. Because the faster you can compute, the faster you can discover, design, simulate, automate, and compete. The human side of the AI race. Behind all the metal, cooling systems, and code, there is a human reason these machines matter. A supercomputer is not built just to look impressive. It is built because someone has a question too big for ordinary computers. A scientist may be trying to understand climate patterns. A medical researcher may be testing complex biological models. An engineer may be simulating future energy systems. A university team may be building AI tools that need serious processing power. For these people, compute means time. A simulation that once took weeks may finish much faster. A research team that once waited for limited access can test more ideas. A country that once depended on foreign platforms can start building its own digital strength. That is why Olivia matters for Norway. It gives researchers a national machine for AI and high-performance computing. And that is why Armenia's project matters too. It gives a smaller country a chance to build talent, attract partners, and create a real AI ecosystem around advanced infrastructure. The machines may be cold, but the race around them is full of pressure, ambition, and human urgency. Because every country is now asking the same quiet question. If AI shapes the next economy, who gets to build with it first? The future may be hidden in remote places. The strange part is that the future may not look futuristic from the outside. It may look like a mountain road in Norway, a cold tunnel disappearing into rock, a quiet industrial gate, or a construction site in Armenia, far from the old centers of American tech culture. That is the real twist. AI is often shown as something weightless, glowing screens, invisible algorithms, and clean digital magic. But behind that image is a physical world of steel racks, power lines, cooling systems, security teams, and engineers working around the clock. The next generation of AI will not only be decided by who has the best idea, it will also be decided by who can build the strongest infrastructure. Lefdal Mine shows one version of that future: secure, cold, underground, and protected by the mountain itself. Firebird's Armenia project shows another version: large, ambitious, and designed to place a new country on the global AI map. Together, they reveal a world where AI power is spreading into places most people are not watching. Not because those places are random, but because they offer what AI now needs: space, energy, security, cooling, and strategic distance. So while the world keeps looking at Silicon Valley, the machines that shape the next decade may already be running somewhere else, behind a locked gate, beneath a mountain, or inside a quiet country preparing to surprise everyone. Final warning: whoever controls compute controls the future. The biggest secret in this story is not that supercomputers can hide inside mountains. The biggest secret is that compute is becoming power. Not symbolic power, real power. The kind that decides who can train the next AI model, who can simulate the next medicine, who can automate the next factory, and who can build systems faster than everyone else. That is why a mountain data center in Norway matters. That is why a $4 billion AI project in Armenia matters. They are not isolated technology stories. They are signs of a new global race, where countries and companies are building the physical backbone of artificial intelligence. The world used to measure power through oil, ships, weapons, and factories. Now, another measurement is rising quietly. How much compute can you control? And the answer may decide who leads the future. So next time you hear about AI, don't only imagine chatbots and screens. Imagine mountains humming with machines, countries racing for chips, and hidden factories producing the future. If this story made you think differently, like, share, and subscribe. Because the next secret may already be running underground.